All right, you've got a great idea and you're not quite sure about the manufacturing. How do you do it? And what are the next steps? How do you take an idea and bring it to market? Watch this video. Okay, everybody, welcome back to inventRight TV. And we have a special guest, and he has a special product I think you guys are going to really love to hear about. Paul, thank you for coming on inventRight TV.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. We really, myself and the entire team at Pro Sledge, really appreciate it, Stephen.
No, thank you. Paul, before we dive in, let's talk a little bit about you, because what's your role in the company and a little bit about you so they get a kind of a bigger picture about yourself.
Sure, yeah. So my role with the company is I'm the CEO. Our founder is based in New Jersey, and I work with a lot of startups. I have for the last about 15 years. A lot of new inventions. So I've helped a lot of products launch in the market. The area of specialty I've worked with is getting new inventions and startups press coverage, morning shows, the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, newswires, podcasts, everything. So I've been in this space for quite a while. I've got a university PR manager of public relations background, sort of my other life, if you will. But I went on my own 15 years ago to work in the invention space, and I'm now the CEO of Pro Sledge.
Well, you know, it's amazing too. I looked at all the PR that you've had, and I was very impressed. Someone's doing a good job, and now I know it's you with all the press coverage. Good job.
I always say if I have to take some of the credit, I still have to take some of the blame.
Okay, let's jump in
Sure.
about the product. What is the product? What's its name, and what does it do? Why should someone care about your product?
Okay, it's a weighted vest. Pro Sledge is a weighted vest. We launched on the market about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And our vest is really stylish, it's durable, and it's safe. And our vest allows you to put ingots in each pocket, and it goes up to 106 pounds.
Okay.
That's with the vest weight and the ingots all in. Now, most people won't wear all 106 pounds. I want to be honest. I play tennis, I walk, I cycle. So typically if I do anything outdoors, I'll go 21, maybe 30 some odd pounds. But if you like to lift, pull trucks and airplanes with ropes, you're probably in the 106 frame.
So,
yeah.
Okay, so Paul, why is that important if a weighted vest? Why is that even important? And why is yours different than some of the other ones that are out there?
Sure. I like to compare it. I'm also a trumpet player. So when I learned to play the trumpet, you put a cloth in and you blow, and you're kind of blowing against the sound. The sound's sort of being blocked, but it's creating an embouchure where when you take the cloth out, it's more of a finite sound. You got that more rip. When you wear a weighted vest and you're going against, when you're exercising, you're going against something, kind of like when you blow through a trumpet. So when you take that vest off, when you go to run for that touchdown, or when you're on the track, or you do something that is, your athleticism, if you will, you're that much better. It helps improve your performance, strength, ability, range of motion, and overall, and as well, it really helps as well with mental health. Exercise, as we know.
All right, thank you. Let's talk about your point of difference for some of the other weighted vests, because that's been out there for a while. It's proven it helps. We all know that. Why is yours different?
I think ours is. People say ours is different because you're not putting sand or rocks in it. It lasts. It lasts. Our vests last a long time. Okay. And we support every weighted vest on the market. I mean, it's a great concept. It's a great idea. But in terms of longevity, style, safety, comfort, we get top marks from NFL players to women yoga instructors. We get top marks.
Yeah, I saw that. You have quite a few testimonials and partnerships over there. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what is the biggest challenge, Paul, from an idea to bringing that product to market?
Yeah, I always say if it were easy, everyone would be doing it, Stephen. There's always challenges, but there are solutions. I would say the biggest challenge, of course, creating the product obviously is, it takes some time. everything from a napkin to blueprints to mock-ups to scans and looking at files and things like that, and then having other people try it out. That's a process.
Okay.
But obviously, the sales side has been, and I think this is for every startup.
Okay.
The marketing side, the social media side, the press side. You really have to be innovative. So our challenge has really been, staying on top of the marketing, because everything changes, as you know. You can't do the same thing day after day. You've got to change it up with different videos, different templates, and things like that.
Okay. Let's talk about prototyping. How many different prototypes did you develop before you got the thing that you just really loved, and how difficult was that?
I wouldn't say it was too difficult. I would say a handful.
Okay.
To get it where we wanted it. I mean, obviously, we didn't want to launch a product that was just half and half, and let's just get it out the door.
Okay.
The founder, our founder, is very, very passionate with weightlifting, exercise,
All right.
and he was very clear from the get-go that if he's going to launch something, it's going to be perfect.
Okay.
So every step of the way has been fun. It's been exciting. It's been a lot of new discoveries, and we've learned how to take criticism and compliments equally as well.
It really looks like it's very well manufactured. It
Thank
looks
you.
quality when I looked at it. So let's talk about the manufacturing process for just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
How hard is that process? Who did you find? And tell us a little bit about that.
BSense has been a great help, obviously. The team, we've got teams of people across the United States. In terms of, what we're doing, we've got the right people in place, and, it's a step-by-step process. Every day is a new day. It's just, we have to be innovative and stay on top of our game at all times. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the biggest unknown for people. So let's talk about BSense for just a minute. How did you find them?
Well, obviously, we from the inception, we've worked with a number of invention networks.
Okay.
In Southern California, mainly marketing and startups, and of course, one thing led to another. Have you heard about this invention? And we said, well, who did that? That looks really cool. And they're like, well, meet BSense. So that just sort of fell into place through networking, through contacts, and through reputation as well for the quality
referrals
of what they do.
Referrals are always the best.
Totally.
So you contact BSense. Those guys kind of do everything, don't they? I mean, they're pretty well equipped. I've seen what they do.
They are very equipped, and I have to compliment them on when you want to have a meeting, they're there. You send out an email, they're there. If you send a WhatsApp message, they're there. So they care is what we really like. They treat each product like it's their own, really. But we're all kind of a family, which I like.
Because the manufacturing part, especially if it's done overseas, is pretty scary for most people. Sometimes there's a language barrier. There's a time zone issue too. How do you deal with all that?
Well, the BSense, obviously they're very proficient in English, and of course other languages as well, as far as I understand. In terms of time zones, well, sometimes I have to get up at 5 a.m. for a call, or 4 a.m. or 9. But we're in a remote world right now, so I could do this from an airport. I could do this from a beach bar in San Diego if I wanted. I mean, it's not. You just adjust. You just be adaptable. Yes, nice. And they are.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about the marketing aspect of this, okay? Because you said that's kind of the toughest thing here.
Yes.
You've got a new product. People are loving it. You got testimonials, everything else. How do you get the word out?
Yes, obviously the press coverage is great. Social media is with videos showing people what our product does and how it can benefit your overall health and wellness and exercise regimens. Okay. But more importantly, what we've really realized that's important is telling our story first. Not just because we have a product, I mean we do, but obviously there's a story behind it. On our dedication to health and to wellness. And now we've started to partner, Stephen, with a lot of ambassadors. We've brought on a reporter from ESPN and Fox. We have a woman who is deeply involved in menopause health and education. And we've brought in all these different partners from St. Louis, Canada, across the United States, who love our vest and who are also promoting our vest on their own channels. So that's a big part that really has been the turning point from us, and as well as NFL testimonials as well, because we do have some NFL players wearing it as well.
I saw that. That's awesome, by the way.
But that doesn't
let's talk about protection for just a minute. So what do? Do you file design patents, utility patents? Tell us a little bit about that process.
Well, that's a very interesting question. I think really when it comes down to, a lot of people could apply for or make a vest. I mean, really, obviously, I guess it sort of, I wouldn't say it'd be like a hockey stick with a brand name on it, but I think anyone can make a weighted vest. So in terms of us worrying too much about the details and patents and things like that, our brand speaks for itself, and we encourage other people to invent their own vests. And a vest is a vest. So, and an ingot's an ingot. So there you have it. I mean, it's pretty much a 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I'm really glad
you said that, because at the end of the day, it's about marketing. It's about having a good brand, good customer service. It's about all those things. Protection, maybe yes, maybe no, but like you said, it's really about delivery and doing the steps.
Absolutely. And we're considering patenting. We've looked down that avenue. But in terms of, there's nothing wrong with making a vest, and it's pretty hard to patent a concept, like kind of like Kleenex, if you will, unless you just call it, something different, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Looking back, let's step back for just a minute. After going through this whole process, and you've been involved in startups and everything else, what advice would you give someone that has an idea that's just starting out, Paul?
Oh,
that's a loaded question. I know.
No. Well, my first, don't do it alone. Get a partner, get someone who's just as passionate, and look at working with companies like BSense, and do your homework. And of course, obviously we've had a good experience, but there are a lot of companies out there, and I'll be transparent. Everything from law firms to PR firms. There's a lot of people who say they can do A to Z and everything in between, but you'd be surprised that that's not always the case. So do your homework, find a reputable company to work with, to help on the product side, the manufacturing side, the shipping side, because you can't do everything by yourself. So having the right team in place will allow you to stay focused and grow, which we're doing.
And you would say BSense is part of that team?
Absolutely. 100%.
All right. Wonderful.
Yes.
Let me see if I have a couple more here. So what's next for you guys?
Wow. Okay. Yes. Right now we are, we're doing a round of funding raise. So we're going to explode our marketing even further, our partnerships. We're talking right now with, we've got some big goodies coming out of the cake, if you will, with a huge boxer. I can't announce it right now, but I will put it in the comments section when it does happen, or maybe we could do another interview. I would love that. We're working with a lot of NFL trainers, NBA trainers, NHL trainers, even soccer, European football, tennis. So getting this in the hands of the trainers who train athletes is key. And we're also joining the Players Forum. It's a new online trainers forum where you can be anywhere in the world and get trained by a coach, a professional trainer, a fitness trainer. And we're going to be offering a vest on the Players Forum with a discount of 10% off. So we're launching that next week. Some boxing news is coming out, and some more NFL and professional sports news is coming out. And that's going to get us, and with some new funding, I think we're going to be safe to put out, some more boosted ads and more, person-to-person marketing via email, everything. Yeah.
All right. Wonderful. All right. Where can I get it? Where can I buy it? We'll have all the information down below, but where can I get it?
www.getprosledge.com.
We'll put it down below. All right.
Yeah.
I love your website. I love the product. It looks really smart. Well made. I love that it's well made. I think you guys are brilliant. You're getting great testimonials. Congratulations, Paul, on everything you're doing.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Stephen.
All right. Hey, everybody. Stephen Key, inventRightTV, bringing you another story of how you can bring an idea from here to actually bring it to market. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.